Yep.
Thomas won.
Everybody recovered, Sammy, from the last game? Sammy?
Guess not.
There's some hearing difficulties.
Have people recovered and refocused, and how long did that take, and that sort of thing? Kind of catch us up with what's been going on the last week or so.
I mean, we came off a good loss. I mean, against a good team. I mean, we just got to get focused on Wake Forest and just put that behind us and just prepare this week for Wake Forest instead of worrying about that loss. I mean, we lost, and everyone knows we lost. They beat us pretty bad. We just got to come in this week and just get ready to play against Wake Forest.
But did any of that happen last week? Could you see guys getting over it, or were they still kind of?
No, I see a bunch of guys that actually realizes we can be beaten. We got to come out and play every game, just not against Florida State or Auburn. We got to actually come out and play against every team instead of looking down on certain teams.
Do you think that happened?
I think that happened with all of us. I mean, me, Taj, we didn't think they were going to come out and play as hard as they did. They actually came out fired up and making plays and making more plays than we did.
How do you avoid that communication failure that happened between you and Taj?
I think both of us are just stirred up and out there. I mean, the game, a lot of adversity, and we just out there playing. I mean, it was on both of us. It just wasn't on him or me. It was on both of us not actually making the connection and looking at each other.
So what should have happened in that situation?
I should have ran my route, the same route I ran, but I should have also looked at him a certain way, gave him a certain call, instead of just out there running it, because our head wasn't on the same page.
Is that the first time you can remember that happening recently?
I think that's the first time we ever had a miscue in the game that we both messed up and he messed up at the same time.
Have you and Todd been pretty much on the same page most of this season mentally?
This season, yeah, we've been clicking all season. I mean, we've been on the same page. All the receivers have. We just had a miniature error, so it's not that.
What was it like going home for you? Obviously, you want to go home maybe to get away from all of this, but it looked like when you got home, there was a lot of hype surrounding your visit there.
I mean, it was great being around my family and stuff, but then I went to the game. It was kind of the same thing when I was after the game here. So I was like, man, I tried to get away from it. But overall, I had a fun time. I mean, met all my old coaches, some of the teammates, then some of the faculty that was there, teachers, principal and stuff like that. It was all right.
Some of the kids show up in T-shirts with your name on it or something like that?
Yeah, they had the Deuces Loose shirt on. I had to sign a couple of them.
Sammy, have you guys talked at all? I mean, how much have you guys talked about what's at stake against Wake Forest? How, if you guys win, obviously, it kind of wraps up the division. You guys can then point towards the title, the title game. How much? What kind of a conversation has that been in the locker room or practice or with you guys when you just walk around campus?
I mean, before the game, we knew it was a big game, but at the same time, our head so high. We 8-0. Nobody haven't beat us yet.
He's talking about
this coming game.
Oh, this coming game.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna actually come out and play a great game. I mean, we practiced hard last week. We didn't have no fall off just because we was going home, and we're finna come this week and actually preparate for them. We had a whole week to watch this team and actually get up on them while they was playing their game. So I think we're gonna come out and have a good game.
Might it work out that losing that game got you guys more focused for this one?
Actually, I think it did. I mean, make everybody realize that we actually got to come and play every game, and we not that team just can go out and just beat people and run over people. People actually come out to beat us. I mean, we're one of the top teams now. Like, we're not the underdogs anymore. So we just got to come out and play our game next time.
We just now heard him call you Sudden Sammy and the Deuce is Loose. Out of all the nicknames you've ever had, which is one that you like the best?
I would say the Deuce is Loose. I never heard that phrase. I don't know where they came up with it. So.
Then a lot of times when you have a freshman player come on a team and maybe take away some of the spotlight from the senior players, they haze him a little bit. Has anything happened to you? Or maybe something might have happened on the plane back from Maryland or something. They try and put a freshman into place, or have they treated you like an equal?
Everything goes. I mean, they don't mess with no freshmen. I mean, they hazed us when we first got here, threw us in the cold tub, but always getting the coach up, so it really didn't hurt me as much. So I was like, all right, y'all can throw me in. I'm not going to run from it. But other than that, everybody's pretty all right with it.
And when you were talking earlier about you and Taj and all the guys in the offense kind of being on the same page, kind of understanding what you're trying to do on every play. For you, when did that start with this bunch, with Taj and the other guys? How quickly did that come? How quickly were you able to get a hold of that?
I would say in the summer we was running a couple plays, and I got into it, like starting like practicing the offense. Then me and Taj started coming here studying over the offense, and then as the season in camp, I started picking up the offense pretty fast and knowing what to do and what I had to do in the little details, and that's how I started.
There's been a lot of attention paid to your physical abilities, your height, your weight, and your speed, and that sort of thing. Which has been more important for you to have the success you've had, that or your mental approach to the game?
I think it's kind of both, but it's my mental approach about the game. I mean, it's a game I love and it's a passion to play it, so and I love playing it, so I'm gonna pour my heart out to it.
What can you kind of describe? What is your mental approach? I mean, on a day-to-day basis, how do you approach getting ready for games mentally?
I think I just beat myself most of the time. I mean, amongst the receiver group and listen to what coach said, just think about what I'm doing on the field, blocking, running out, running my routes, doing the right things to the little details, just going out and have fun.
I understand you do a lot of note-taking too.
This week I'm gonna do a lot of note taking and writing down my book and what plays go over and what plays that he's gonna call and just go over what they do a lot. So,
Are you one of those people that you absorb it better if you write it down? Is that why you do that?
I think I always look over it. I mean, we always go in and look over it. Not just me write notes. Everybody in the wide receivers write notes, and mainly they play what they need to work on and what we're gonna see, what coverage we're gonna see, and what's gonna be the hardest coverage.
Yeah, after you write those notes on, say, a Monday or Tuesday meeting, how many times more during the week might you refer to those notes getting ready for the game?
Well, we'll look over them every week. I mean, we make our own notes, individual notes. It's not what he tells us to write. We just make our own notes and go over them.
Yeah, but I mean, how often do you look at your notes getting ready for a game?
Well, I look at them that night before. Then, like, when I come here, they take the notebooks, and I just look over them again one quick time. Then you got to get your notebook up. Yeah.
That's on game day? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know anything about your counterpart from Wake Forest, number 2, Givens, the receiver?
I don't know him at all.
No.
I really don't look at other teams. I mean, I look at who I go against, basically. We never get the chance to look at offense. We just look at the defense.
Can you name an instance this year where you've seen something on film, or maybe you've made a note about it and then it's happened during the game and you're able to take advantage of it, and go back and say, yeah, that's what I saw on film?
Most of the time it'd be against Florida State and Auburn. 2 sneak was wide open the whole game. The little third down conversion I kept making. The slant, then the sluggo, the slant and go, the double move was open. I called that during the game. There's a couple more plays I called, but this game I think it's gonna be a lot of double moves because the cornerback's actually quick and fast. He come up pretty quick. He's physical, so I think they're gonna double move on him. I mean, they got some good cornerbacks. It's gonna be some of the top ones we face this year.
Tell that story about telling Coach Morris about the sluggo move during the Florida State game. He mentioned that earlier today. Tell me from your perspective.
I just seen them 3rd and 8. They was coming down. They kept biting. It was like calling out slants every play, and we kept running slants. I was like, I don't want to get it picked off, so I told him just put it on my back and just call it sluggo. They're gonna be open. Then he called, and I was like, okay, I got to make a play. I mean, I just told him to call the play, and the dude actually bit on it, and then it was wide open at the end.
What were you thinking when you saw that play come in from the sideline? Is that like, uh-oh, now I really got to do what I said I could do?
I mean, he's a coach that listens and actually understands, and he tells us, you out on the field playing. I don't know what you see. I mean, we got to do it in the press box, calling plays also and tell him what he see, but at the same time, you down there playing, so tell him what you see. And we actually tell him what we see. Now, most of the time, we don't be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, certain times we be wrong, but most of the time we don't.
Yeah.
All set?
Okay.